Okay, this is for real. We're not playing around. We got some big HollowKnight Silksong news, along with Black Myth sort of sequel. And then we have this new game that no one knows of, but they probably will know, called Swords of Legends. And so much more from opening night live at Gamescom 2025 on this episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, DJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka eventually I'm going to have to figure out a new aka. But until then, I am joined by
Sean MF Ross.
What does the MNF stand for?
I did it.
Now you know who we are. This is Press X to Start Gamers Digest, a video game news show that connects the most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We are live on YouTube every week, sometimes a day ahead of Sunday. No, never a day ahead of Sunday. Sometimes one day after Sunday, sometimes 2 days after Sunday, especially when we have a thing called Gamescom happening, specifically Opening Night Live by Jeff Keighley. You gotta say the whole thing out or else we'll get fined. Not really. Actually, yes, really. Yes, that's us. We're here for you to give you the gaming news. Don't forget, you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and hit the notification bell. Don't forget, if you are listening and not watching, please leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're currently tuned in on. I just hit my foot on my chair, and that definitely does not feel nice. All right. And then if you want, you can join our Discord by going to pressx2start.com/Discord. And that will take you to where you need to be. All right. With that out the way, let us jump into the gaming news with number one. Oh, this comes to us from IGN. Gamescom Opening Night Live 2025. Everything announced. We're not going to go through everything because it was about like a 2+ hour long event, and we're not going to sit here and do all that. So I happened to watch it all 2.5, maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. It was tough to say. At some point, I just kind of lost track of time. But yes, I watched it. I pulled out some of the bigger headlines, and we're going to talk about those games and maybe watch some of those trailers. Okay, start with I'm going to say A, because we're already in one. HollowKnight Silksong. Jeff Keighley, so he made a post with him wearing clown makeup to play off of the HollowKnight Silksong meme of like, I'm doing this again. I'm just being a fool, hoping that HollowKnight comes out or it's going to show at this place, and it never does.
Because he did announce it a couple times, didn't he?
Right. He tried. He thought he was going to get something. But he actually was able to make an announcement. And this announcement came off the heels of Team Cherry, which is the company who makes HollowKnight. They put out a tweet saying that they're doing a special event August 21st, which is Thursday. So we're going to get some news, some big news at the Thursday event. So Keighley walked on stage and literally said, "Hey guys, HollowKnight will be out this year." So it's finally coming out. So there's
I wonder if it's going to be an Xbox exclusive.
Say what?
I wonder if it's going to be an Xbox exclusive.
No.
Or timed exclusive.
So I think Xbox is going to try. Well, we already know that they're going to try and tie the Xbox ROG Ally XX handheld to HollowKnight, because they said like, oh, you can play HollowKnight on this handheld, and HollowKnight's going to be available at Gamescom as a demo. And we know that, actually, is that a rumor or we know? I think we know that the Xbox handheld is going to be at Gamescom as well. So it could be a thing of people are playing HollowKnight on the handheld to get like a 2-in-1 package. But anyways, the graphic that Team Cherry put out, it has a little bit of a I said Halloween. It has a little bit of a holiday theme because there's like little snowflakes with like little snow wind trail kind of thing happening, and it looks like there's a wreath on the top and bottom of the HollowKnight Silksong logo. So I wonder if this is pointing to like, oh, this is going to be a Christmas thing or like a December game, and not right now, not September, not October or November or even August. But we'll see in 2 days. I'm not. Yeah, it's not really worth speculating because it's going to happen so soon. So it's like we're going to know by the time you people out there see this. I mean, you people in the best possible in the best possible way. Yeah, we're all gonna know. We're gonna know when this thing is happening. So I'm gonna jump to the next game, which is Black Myth. Sean, go ahead, do it for me because I don't want to butcher this.
Zhong Kui.
He nailed it.
I'm probably saying it wrong too, but I mean, probably better than you would.
Yes, that is a fact. So yeah, Black Myth. Game Science is the developer name. You know Black Myth from Black Myth Wukong, which is the story of the Monkey King. What's the name again? Say the name again.
Zhong Kui.
Okay, Zhong Kui. So this is a different story from the Monkey King, whereas I believe the main character in this game.
This is just another Chinese mythology game. That's all. That's all you gotta say.
Well, in that he has, I say he. I'm not sure how this person is
They
or whatever, but yeah, they okay. They have okay. They fight evil beings and can command 80,000 demons. And in the trailer that I'm about to play right now. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. In the trailer, you see what? So the one thing that is different about this is that there are actually people in this. This is one of the things for me, at least, that had me thinking like, wait, this is not Black Myth because there's no actual people in Black Myth. They're all animals and creatures of some sort. And this also looks like beautiful. But once we get to the actual creatures, you see the main character on the back of a giant tiger. And apparently that's part of one of the creatures it commands. It's part of the story. So this is all super fascinating to me. I don't know anything about this mythology. So it is going to be a thing of like, okay, well, show me whatever you got. But there's no release date. What you got. But yeah, like I am very excited for this. There was no rumors about this. There was no leaks about this. So this caught pretty much everybody off guard. But yeah, man. But what's your feelings on this?
I need to finish Black Myth Wukong. There's a lot of games I need to finish.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
Yeah, because it's just my situation.
Yeah. Makes
sense. So, I'm excited. It looks like the Chinese developers are having an amazing showing of what they can do now that gaming is legal over there.
Yeah.
And they're seeing the money. They're seeing that there's not just money in. Well, yeah, they have been making the gacha games as well as the Japanese developers, but they're seeing that there's money to be had as well. You know, if you can, tell your story in a competent manner.
Yeah, and there's money to be made in, I'll say AA to AAA space because they do a bunch of mobile games. They do a bunch of like, I don't want to say illegal ports, but like they will like copy stuff that is pretty popular and then like just copy that.
Who's gonna stop them?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But they do that kind of stuff, and now they're just like, wait, we can actually make like premium titles and put that out and have a mass market appeal, and it makes money back. Looking at Black Myth Wukong. So yeah, awesome.
And it shows Chinese mythology in a dare I say, positive light, or it makes people more interested in what they got going on in China.
Yeah,
Because we've seen Norse mythology, we've seen Greek
yeah,
mythology.
to death.
They've done it to death. We need to see more. We've seen Japanese mythology. We need to see
Mhm.
Chinese now. We need to see African. We need to see South American.
All around the world, man.
Bunch of stories to be told.
Yep, definitely. Speaking of stories to be told, the next game I have on this list is Ghost of Yotei.
Hmm.
Uh, there's a little extra spice to this at the end of the trailer, but yes. So they put out another trailer. The what I what I appreciate about this, and even in the pre-show of Gamescom, Jeff Keighley did a fantastic job of poking fun at himself. And
Hmm.
every time, like, there was another, I don't remember the person's name, but there was another host, and he was very like deadpan, kind of dry, but he had jokes and he was funny when he got himself like, going. But
Yeah.
a couple of things like when they were calling out, oh, this is going to show up at Gamescom, this is going to show up at Gamescom. And one of the things he mentioned was Ghost of Yotei is going to show up at Gamescom. And like every time he would talk about a game showing up, he would cut to a different camera and do that little like talking to the camera kind of take. And for Ghost of Yotei, he was like, yeah, I mean, PlayStation has already shown like 20 minutes of this game. What could
Hmm.
they possibly show here that would be of worth anything? And then he cut back to like his normal, real role. And then, they played the trailer and it's just like, oh, okay, this all looks really, really good. Like, oh man, this is amazing. This game continues to look beautiful. And then at the very end of this trailer, I'm not going to jump ahead. It doesn't matter because you guys already know. You
Yeah.
already see it in the headlines. Ghost of Yotei Legends is coming next year.
That's
Like,
nice.
that
You can,
is, oh
can
man,
bullshit
that
some
is,
more.
right.
We never
That is,
finished the first one, but boy, do we have a time.
right. Exactly. But yeah, it is this should be PlayStation's, I don't even want to call it live service, but multiplayer plus strategy.
Yeah,
Where you
because Ghost of Tsushima Legends did not have any battle pass to speak of.
right.
And it had a lot of content and it was just have fun with this. All right, when you're done with it, cool. If you want
Yep.
to continue to play it, like
Yeah, you're right. They made it known that, hey, we are going to put out this multiplayer experience for you guys. It is going to be a limited mode in that we are putting these stages up. We're going to have a raid at like, I guess, like a month or so out. After the
yeah.
raid, it's done. You can continue playing the game all you want, but we're not making any more content after that raid. And it's just like, all right,
That's
people
fine.
can
That's all I
play
need. Everybody's trying to lock you into their little ecosystem to
ecosystem.
spend
Yeah.
money monthly. I I don't want to do this.
Right.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah. You're right.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
absolutely. Yeah. So it is refreshing to see that, Ghost of Tsushima Legends, was successful enough for them to repeat that in Ghost of Yotei Legends.
Yeah.
So I am excited for this. Like, I can't wait. Can't wait. The next game I have on the list is a game that I could most certainly wait because I will not play this, but I will support anybody else who will play
Yeah.
this, which is Resident Evil 9 Requiem, or Requiem 9, or Re 9 Requiem.
I may play it. I don't know. I still need to play the last one.
8, I believe, would be the last
Yeah,
one
yeah,
based
yeah,
off
yeah.
of math. Yeah. So this trailer was very I feel like, so the one thing about Capcom, right, is that
Hmm.
they have this one game engine that they use. They've used this engine for Dragon's Dogma 2, for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Hmm.
I believe there was another game, and then Resident Evil 9 Requiem is like taking all that experience and putting it into this game as their like prize jewel of a game. And it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. It looks great. The one thing that stood out to me immediately was the faces aren't mocapped or motion
Mm.
captured. And like it's jarring. It's 2025, and I feel like it's jarring to look at these faces and be like, man,
I
like you're
mean,
Capcom, man. Just like throw the couple $1,000 it out, to get that going, man. Because like even it's them and Square Enix who doesn't
yeah.
they don't do mocap for their facial animation stuff. But yeah, that's just me looking at these things too long and
Mhm.
too in depth. The actual trailer itself is pretty interesting in that you have this whole cinematic scene, and then they do the oh wait, is it gonna happen here? There we go. It becomes actual gameplay. And it's like that's showing you how you know beautiful this game is, and then like, oh, the actual cutscene is just in-game stuff, and like now you can actually play and follow your mom as she tries to get you out of this house with, of course, not telling you anything, because that's how these horror games work.
You don't need to know anything. Listen to your
Yeah.
parents. Respect the elders.
You know what? Sean, you're right. Having a kid, you're absolutely right.
Damn it.
Yeah, but it gets crazy real quick with the killing of that poor old dude. Um,
Mm.
yeah, so this looks interesting. It's one of those things where it's like I will at most I'll do is watch a let's play.
Yeah.
At most. At most. But there is more context around this game beyond the trailer that we've seen. And I'm pulling this from Insider Gaming's Grant Taylor Hill. So apparently, Resident Evil 9
Mhm.
will have Last of Us combat and vehicles.
Come on now.
Yeah, right.
Come
It
on
was
now,
recently.
DJ. Come on over.
Well, if I'm able to forego stealth and start swinging on people like Ellie, maybe I might give this a shot. So it was recently confirmed that we will be seeing the Resident Evil 9 Requiem gameplay during Open Night Live, which is the truth
Mhm.
because we've seen it. Let me go ahead and switch this over. There we go. Hold on, let me pause that. Okay. So, even more recently notable, Resident Evil leaker Dust Golem took to social media to uncover a series of tidbits regarding the next major release in the legendary franchise. In the series of posts, Dust Golem claimed that new lighting and shadow engines will be implemented. Okay, that's cool. Is unique and intelligent in some open level areas and a vehicle to traverse them. Resident Evil 9 Requiem to feature Last of Us Part 2 combat. Dust Golem has been a gold. Come on, man. Okay, so this is a quote from him, I guess, or them. Right now, officially, they've talked about, as you mentioned, the ability to switch between first and third person on the fly, and basically designing two different games alongside each other. To accomplish this is require require big retooling to work with both. This is hmm. The new
English.
lighting slash shadow engine, hair engine from Pragmata. Pragmata. Additionally, Pragmata is the other game that's using the RE
Mhm.
engine. That's what it was.
Mhm.
Additionally, we know the Stalker uses a new a new dynamic AI system they've done to behave. Yo, what is up with? Is English not his first?
It might not be, man.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways,
English ain't your first language either.
dancing was my first language. So okay, I'm just gonna skip to the most important part of this because this is just torture. On open level designs like Raccoon City, along with a vehicle to travel around it, the combat with Leon So that's saying that Leon will be in this game.
Mm.
Has seen huge innovations. Honestly, some Last of Us Part 2 Last of Us Part 2 but also its own innovations. So yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying, that at least Leon will be playing like a Joel, which is, I think that's cool. It's one of those things where The Last of Us 2 combat was really good in that it grounded you in terms of your movements and your ability to fight people off. But it was the thing of, I think the actual balance was how effective you were against the people you were fighting. Because you weren't sitting there like going back and forth and like really trying to fight them off. Like you were putting them down eventually. So it is a thing of like, what is Leon going to be fighting in this game, and will he be as effective as like a Joel or Ellie, or even what's the other girl, the buff girl,
Abby.
Yeah, Abby. Yeah. So that part we haven't seen because we don't see it in the trailer they show. So at some point we'll see it. But yes, that's enough of Resident Evil Requiem 9, whatever. Okay, so next game I put on here was purely for me. Neverness.
You can't even say it. No, it's not for you. Can't even say it. That. Can't even fucking say it.
I mean, it's basically Everness to Everness, but you just tack on an N at the beginning. This stuff is just so confusing. So this game, when we first saw it, was Project Mugen, and it had the Spider-Man swinging, and then the anime looking characters fighting on rooftops, doing a bunch of stuff, and then at one point it showed like your character walking on the side of a building and just a bunch of crazy stuff. So we get this trailer, and I think I finally understand what this game is. This game is a mix up between Genshin Impact and Grand Theft Auto.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's very trippy.
Yeah, it is. It is a very like good looking game.
Like this person just circled the enemy on a motorcycle, like, and then it jumped in the air with the motorcycle and homed in like a missile.
Attack, right?
This is gonna be a strange game.
Yeah,
but it's free to play.
Exactly. Yeah, it's free to play. So you already know what to expect. You see those colorful looking characters with a bunch of cleavage. You will be rolling for them in the gacha system, because there's no way this game is not going to have a gacha system. But at this point, you know what a free to play game is. If you've played ZZZ, if you've played Genshin, if you've played Withering Waves, if you've played Honkai Star Rail, Third Impact Strike, if you've played the other 4 or 5 Genshin like games I didn't mention, you know what Neverness to Everest is going to be. Yep. And I might be there with you guys and gals and they thems. Okay, next game, Swords of Legends.
Swords for Legends.
Is it 4?
Believe so.
No, it's of Swords of Legends.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's IGN wrong?
Probably.
Oh, IGN. How you fallen. So this game is very much like, oh, this looks like a Souls-like. I will say it looks like a Souls-like, but it has sort of vibes of Black Myth Wukong, where like everything is just kind of weird. The enemies you're fighting are just weird looking.
I wouldn't say it's weird. It's just mythology that we're not familiar with.
I know. I say weird in the positive, not in the negative. Like this is a cool looking weird, and not like the bad looking weird that's in like Elden Ring.
Yeah, no, I got you.
I said it. Bad looking weird like in Elden Ring. Yeah. So yeah, this game is cool. Like it shows us a bunch of really distinct enemies, interesting attacks. I really hope that this is more action hack and slash than like Souls like,
Gotcha.
because I feel like I want it to be in the vein of a Black Myth where it's like you can tell that there is a foundation of like a Souls like, but they're like, okay, we're gonna do more to that than just have be the basic dodge and strike and parry stuff. Um, but yeah, this looks really cool. Looks interesting. I would suggest watching the trailer because we don't have the sound on. Um, with the sound, it's actually kind of funny in a way. Just watch the trailer. It's really cool. But yes, that is Swords of Legends. Oh, you know what? Okay. So the next thing I have on this list is Call of Duty Black Ops 7. We've seen this game a bunch. What they shown wasn't anything really new, but there was new details given. So one of the big things that they mentioned that at the end of the single player game, I guess everybody as in all the people who are playing the single player games. Also, you can play the entire story as like a 4-player co-op.
Hmm.
But yes, yeah, which is cool. So, but everybody who's playing the single player game at one time will be dumped into a 32 player mode, sort of similar to like a sort of
DMZ.
similar to like the mode that we played in DMZ, that one mission that had like brought everybody together. You remember that? They blew up the middle of the map.
Yeah, when they were introducing the new zombies and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be a similar thing where it's like it's bringing all these people into this one map to do a thing. And the thing, they described it to be like you have to essentially survive and destroy the enemies that come at you. So basically, they make it sound like a horde mode, which
Hmm.
is less interesting. But I think there's like an extraction element to that to, I guess, make it more dynamic. Um, yeah, that was pretty much it. The actual campaign, I guess, is a spoiler to Black Ops 6, but in Black Ops 6, the way that they were able to subvert the typical, Call of Duty campaign was that they introduced this like gas compound that just made everything go all crazy, and that was their excuse of like bringing zombies into the single player experience. And basically, it's like, oh, now you're seeing things, you're hallucinating, so we can basically throw whatever we want at you right now. They basically took that up a notch in Black Ops 7, where it's like the main team gets gassed and they're in this area, and there's like these giant blades that are flying from the ground or from the sky, and they like land the ground. It's a bunch of stuff. Like they're trying stuff, which I think is good. It just doesn't appeal to me right now, especially looking at Battlefield 6. I'm like, oh, that actually looks like a fun time. Um, but yeah,
I mean, they got to try something new.
they do.
People are
They
gonna
do.
complain, us included, no matter
Yeah,
what goes on with Call of Duty. So
you're right. You're right. And it is nice to see that they are trying something that's like very different. So props to them. Speaking of not really very different, we got Lego Batman, guys.
yeah.
Legacy of the Dark Knight. So this is interesting in that this is a Lego Batman game that is very Arkham Knight coded. I guess Arkham Asylum, the Arkham games, Arkham encoded. But it is pulling from the Dark Knight trilogy. So it's like, as a person who is not necessarily a Batman fan, but like Batman's fine. I think this is kind of like the best of both worlds, where it's like Lego Batman is able to be funny, and they're basically able
When you say
to.
you don't like Batman like that, did you not play the Arkham games?
I played the demo of the Arkham games; they were fine. It was
With
fine.
you.
So the thing is, like, my my gaming history is.
Avery was right about you.
Yes, I am smart. Thank you. So back in the like PlayStation 1 days or whatever,
Yeah.
I played, like, one of my favorite games was Dynasty Warriors.
Mhm.
And that is a button mashing game to the like X extent. And that essentially ruined me from the like kind of like beat 'em up games for a very long time. Where it's like every time I would play one of those games, I would have flashbacks of like playing Dynasty Warriors. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to be here. Oh no, please, please let me go. So playing Batman, it was like, oh, this combat is cool, but like I am just like pressing the buttons a bunch of times. Like I
I
don't like it.
mean,
But that's all games though. I'm not saying that my mentality is well founded. It was crazy.
Batman
I
wasn't a button
understand.
masher, though. I mean, if that's what you were doing, then sure. But I mean, you could say that about fighting games. You could say that about
Exactly. Exactly.
Gundam.
Well, you can say a lot of things about Gundam, and if we have time, how much time we got? Oh yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I'm over that now. I'm over that. I have evolved as a gamer, as a person, so that doesn't really bug me anymore. But again, looking at this, like, oh, this looks fun. But when I say I don't like Batman, it's sort of a joke, but it's just like, oh, he's just a white man with a lot of money that can just buy his own plot armor. But game wise, it's like, this is fine. This is cool. But yeah, this game I'm interested in. I say all that to say, like, this game I'm interested in, and I feel like because it's Lego, I could probably play this in front of London, and she doesn't flip out,
Mm.
literally flip out because she's trying stuff. So yeah, that's that. That's that. The next game on the list, and the last, actually, it's not even a game. So the last thing is Sekiro No Defeat. Is this gonna play an ad? No, it's not playing an ad. Thank God. They dropped an anime out of nowhere. Sekiro No Defeat is an anime that is, you gonna play? Oh, okay, I'm gonna play an ad. Is there like a who is working on this anime? I'm searching. I'm searching. I'm searching.
I mean,
It looks good. It's on Crunchyroll. We don't know who. At least the IGN article didn't
Q
mention who's working on the anime.
Qzilla? Qzilla?
Who? Oh, did they give you a name?
I think 60% of the show was made with generative AI.
What?
Possibly? Possibly.
That's not good. That's not good. That's disappointing.
It's not confirmed, but possibly.
Okay. All right. I guess it could depend on like what part is generative AI. Like, is it the grass? Because if it's like, the background elements, that's not bad. That's fine. But if it's like this scene is made with AI, ugh.
I'm not 100% sure, but
Okay.
they announced like a while back that their upcoming stuff would use some AI, so
Okay.
this
Okay.
may or may not be included in that.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's spread the rumor then.
Yeah.
Get it spicy. All right. Before we talk about Division 2's big project update, hey, how you doing? Do us a favor. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell. I said that too fast. Yes, please do that stuff. We appreciate it. If you are listening, leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're using and tell us about it. Let us know that you reviewed our stuff so we can hear it and then judge you for judging us. Cool. Thanks. Number 2, the big Division 2 project will be revealed at Gamescom. This comes to us from Insider Gaming by way of Grant Taylor Hill. So, Sean, did you know there was a big Division 2 project?
I know they canceled the Division Heartland that I beta tested multiple times, but no, I did not know there was a big Division 2 project.
Yeah, me either, because I thought the thing was Heartland. So, like, I mean, shout out for Ubisoft keeping Division 2 running for like.
I mean, it's making money at this point. They're probably recouped and it's just easy money. I mean,
That's true.
Shit, Square Enix has Final Fantasy XI still going because people refuse to stop playing. Why throw away free money?
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Yeah, so like, yeah, even Grant says he has no idea what the big project is. But thanks to a new social post from Ubisoft, I know we'll get more clues next week when Gamescom unravels. In our second panel, we'll talk about how your feedback is shaping the Division 2, share some updates about Division 2 Resurgence, and reveal more about the Division 2, about the big Division 2 project. So Resurgence, is that the free to play or is Heartland free to play?
Heartland was free to play.
Heartland was free to play. Okay. So I guess Resurgence is just like normal DLC. So, anyways, hey, there's something happening with Division 2, and we'll know very soon, shortly. I guess. Number 3, ambition and oh my god, my words have been failing me tonight. Ambitious open world RPG Crimson Desert delayed to 2026. This comes to us from PushSquare.com by way of Liam Croft. So, yeah, where is the actual? Pearl Abyss has announced it is delaying its ambitious RPG Crimson Desert to the first quarter of next year, meaning it's now set to arrive on PS5 between January and March of 2026.
When was it originally expected?
There was no release date. It was supposed to be sometime this year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that means that we'll get Crimson Desert and Marathon early next year, hopefully. The open whirler was slated whatever.
Sure, man.
Was slated to arrive later this year, and it sounds like a final release date was planned to be confirmed during next week's Gamescom opening night live showcase. However, the developer now needs more time to sort out its schedule coordination and collaborations with multiple partners for offline distribution, voiceovers, console certification, and other launch preparation. So here's the thing. That seems kind of suspect.
Why?
Because, okay, so like offline distribution, that seems like what? Printing disc, right?
Yep.
That's something. Pearl Abyss, they made Black Desert. They've made games before in the past. So they understand that there is a pipeline they have to work. Oh, I wonder if it's because of tariffs and all that stuff. Voiceovers, that could be because of just the strike got resolved, but that probably still delayed them, possibly. Console certification, it's like that that's something that should have been happened already. And then other launch preparations. I don't know. It seems that like it doesn't seem like if
The
these are the issues.
software genuinely isn't tariffed.
Right.
Hmm.
Huh. I wonder if it's like I don't know. Because I guess you could tariff the like disc and the
I mean, that's one of the easier things to
pieces
just
and stuff.
print here.
Yeah, right. Or maybe they just didn't have that pipeline in place.
Only if they're produced in countries subject to tariffs.
Mm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of feels like they probably wasn't planning on this year. And if it was going to be this year, it was going to be very, very like slim chance.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're going to get it next year, which is fine. They can delay that game as long as they need to make sure that game runs and plays smoothly. It is also to note that when we did see the game, it played well, but it didn't run smoothly. So obviously they're still working through a bunch of issues. Number 4, Gen Z is cutting back on video game purchases. Like, really cutting back. This comes to us from Vice.com by way of going to the top. Who is this? By Anna Valens.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool. So this is basically going through Matt Pispatella's tweet, and they're kind of just, pumping it up a little bit. So the actual tweet is video game spending among 18 to 24 is down sharply. Young grads are having a much tougher time finding jobs. Student loan payments are restarting for millions of borrowers. Credit card delinquency rates have risen to their highest points since before the pandemic. So what this means is stuff is just expensive, and that category of gamer has to decide between buying a
Am I
game
gonna
versus
eat or am I gonna
playing food.
play Call of Duty and buy this skin? Like,
Yeah.
this is a consequence of a few things. Video gaming overall contracted after the pandemic.
Hmm.
Uh, about 2 years ago, corporate America said people need to get used to not owning their games. Why the
Yeah.
hell do I want to buy a game if I don't own it? Like, people are finally waking up to the fact that they don't own their digital games. And
Yeah.
hell, they barely own their physical ones. So,
Mm.
I don't know what to tell them.
Yeah, man. It's the thing of this is not surprising because everything is getting more expensive, and government, private sector just finding all kinds of ways of just not paying people to keep up with inflation and all that other bad stuff. And then we have, our current situation where everything is just getting more expensive due to the tariffs and bad decisions. So I'm not expecting this to get any better. I'm expecting this to actually get worse for a larger margin of the gaming community. I guess shout out to a free to play game. Neverest to Everest. Here we go. But yeah, like this sucks. And it's a thing of you have this, and then on the flip side, you have the what false start of $80 games, like where the only $80
Yeah.
game that we have so far is Mario Kart, and hopefully it stays that way.
Every
Because
game is not a Mario Kart, and I mean,
even Mario Kart's not a Mario Kart. That should not have been $80. Absolutely not. Like,
I get it.
yeah.
I get their reasoning. They're testing the waters. People bought
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
I still stand by the fact that I think the only game that's worth $80 and they could say it with their chest and nobody would complain is Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like the the main reason that is because we all know what Grand Theft Auto is, and we all know how much game is in Grand Theft Auto. And it's like, yeah, I can I can reason in my mind spending $80 in Grand Theft Auto is going to mean that I'm going to be playing a game that is truly worth $80 because of how much content, how much different games in that one thing. And like sure other games does that, but we also have to reckon with the fact that like GTA 6 is also a quadruple A game.
Mm,
So it's just like, yeah, that makes sense. Like that's something that we can all just be like, yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. But like other games, like, that's where it gets shaky. And I think that's why we have EA pull back on $80 games, X or Microsoft pulled back on $80 games, and as we know so far, Nintendo has only one $80 game. PlayStation has literally kept their mouth shut the entire time and has not said anything about raising the pricing of any of their games. Um, yeah, like, that's where we are. Is this going to get better? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Um, yeah, yeah. This just sucks, man. Sucks. Oh, I guess also Zoomer spending on games dropped by nearly a quarter as well. So Zoomers is the generation above our generation, right? Because we're millennials. One above us is Zoomers, right? Or no?
something like that. That is stupid.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. Something like that. Whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that.
They only name these things to blame something on these generations.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for the normal gaming news. Now we have the quick hits. Number 5. Sony closes all operations in Russia after 18 years, ending PlayStation music and film presence. This comes to us from United 24 Media. If you're asking why, there's a one word answer: Ukraine. Ukraine. That's the reason, which is a good reason. Number 6. Update. Fake account claims God of War developer Sony Santa Monica is working on a new, technically ambitious IP. This comes to us from Game Informer. So this is a weird one. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on this because it was actually kind of funny. Where like I actually posted this story thinking it was real, and then I read it. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this got updated immediately. So Corey Borlaug has, or at least somebody impersonating him, has a Facebook account, and in the Facebook account, they literally like came out and said they're working on a new game that is ambitious, and it's like you're not really saying much because we know that that studio is working on a game. What else are going to be doing? Like playing checkers? But they said this, and everybody like picked it up as like news and
Yeah.
be branded as news. And it's like some people check the Facebook account, and there's like a bunch of mutual friends on the account, so it kind of seems legit. Turns out it was fake.
Nah.
Um, right. So it is a thing of like, yeah, they're not ready to announce anything. I guess also to note, there is apparently supposed to be a September PlayStation State of
State
Play.
of play. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh Jeff Grubb mentioned it on one of his podcasts. But that's also pretty common for PlayStation State of Play. I believe they do one in September, usually or around September. So yeah. So we'll have something of an update. I don't know from Sony Santa Monica, but we'll have an update from PlayStation in a couple of months. Um, that's it. That's it. That's it for the quick hits. It was really quick. Let's talk about the games we've been playing. Sean, what have you been playing?
I am still slowly making my way through Donkey Kong. I have nothing new yet. Don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I get you. I've slowed down on Death Stranding. I did manage to jump in and play a couple of games of Battlefield 6 beta.
Mhm.
So I do have impressions on that, which I will give right now. Okay. So my perspective is a Call of Duty person who is playing a Battlefield game who has experience playing some Battlefield in the past. So it's not like I'm completely new to Battlefield and don't know how this stuff works. I understand it's a whole objective based thing.
Mhm.
Um, I played about 3 matches, which, due to how long the matches are, is pretty much an hour, maybe an hour and like 15 minutes or so,
Yeah.
roughly. Um, I had a good time. I had a good time. Like, by no means was I doing the most damage to people. By no means was I landing my shots. So one of the things that is very distinctly different from Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty Black Ops 6, 7 Modern Warfare
Mhm.
is how aim assist works in Battlefield, which in Call of Duty, it taps you on the shoulder and be like, hey, the person's over there. In Battlefield, the person blows in your ear and you're like, oh, where was that? Where'd it come from? So it's very, very light. Even when it's at 100% in the game, it is still almost non-existent. There's other like features, like controller features in Battlefield that's like sort of different from Call of Duty. I watched the whole video on it. I couldn't reiterate any of that stuff to you. I was just following directions and seeing if that made my controllers better. It didn't, but there's enough controller settings where like once I actually get Battlefield 6, I will play with it and like get it to where I want it to be. Um I played the assault class and uh the engineering the one with the
Yeah.
repairing tool.
Yeah, engineer.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. And like it is a thing of like it feels a lot like Call of Duty in terms of you pick up a gun, you shoot, minus the whole aim assist stuff. The people, once I got a beat on somebody, a couple of bullets, put them down. If I got lucky, because it's not just like a 8-on-8 match. There's a bunch of people, so it's like, oh, I
I
shaved
mean,
somebody.
you have to get used to the way shooting just works in Battlefield versus Call of Duty because I was ass in Battlefield at first. So I mean, I get
Hmm.
it, but the main aim, like you said, isn't to just kill people because I mean, you get points off of assists too. So you
Yeah,
shouldn't
exactly.
worry. You shouldn't worry if you kill the person. Just make sure somebody finished them off.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Mm.
I will say, like one of the coolest things about that game is that they like hyped it up, whatever, is when you are down but not out, and
Mhm.
somebody like drags you and like revives you, just like, oh, you guys care about me. Thank you. But yeah, it is a thing of like playing the beta, going down so quickly, and you're just like, hey guys, somebody revive me, and like even your own like teammates just walk by you and just like,
I mean, that's because it's newer people jumping
exactly,
into the ecosystem and not
exactly,
understanding that you can even
yeah,
revive somebody. So,
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. People aren't,
or they
they're
have
not
to learn
adept
the
at
ticket
this game yet.
where you respawning burns through tickets.
Hmm.
So,
Right. Yeah, even
give it
that system, like I heard that system while I was watching a Let's Play, but I didn't really understand it until like maybe sometime in when like someone was like, yeah, like we're running out of tickets or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's actually important in terms of
yeah.
like how the game is played. It's like, okay. But yeah, like I definitely do want to spend more time in that game. Like the destruction part of it is fantastic. Like I was I was fighting with some people. I was like kind of just sticking with a team because like, oh, this is what
Yeah.
I need to do. And one of them pulled out a grenade launcher or whatever and like blew out a wall. and they exposed like 2 or 3 people, and like we just destroyed them. And I was just
Over
like,
there.
they're
Look,
like,
look at you.
this is wild.
Playing the game as intended and having fun.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. So yeah, like I had a good time with the beta. I was upset when it was done because like, man, I wanted to spend more time with it. But yeah, I mean that's good because the game comes out in a matter of months at this point. I think it's October.
October 10th or October 25th, one or the other.
Yeah, it is like a
Allegedly,
month.
they're looking into. I don't know if it's a good idea for them, but allegedly they're looking into releasing yearly within the next 2 to 3 years and having multiple teams work on it, like Call of Duty. We'll
Yeah,
see how that goes.
yeah, yeah. I mean, uh, yeah. I just support Battlefield 6. Like, you know,
I wouldn't mind like every other year, every 3 years, which I think they're already doing.
yeah,
Roughly.
yeah. I think you're right because I think 2024
They need
was
to run their own
right.
race.
Yeah. No, 2024 was before the pandemic, right?
I don't remember when. You mean 2042?
42. Yeah. I thought that was before the pandemic. I
No,
could.
it wasn't before.
Oh, it wasn't.
2021 November. So
Oh,
yeah.
dang. Life's the blur, man. Okay. That's it. That's all we've been playing. I don't have much to speak on. You know, just life is life right now. But once life decides to not life as hard as it is, then I'll be able to play some more games. But until then, this has been another episode of Press X to Start Gamers Digest. We hope you enjoyed our rants and ramblings about all the things that happened at Gamescom opening night live presented by Jeff Keighley and the lady that I don't remember her name, and then the guy that did the pre-show that I also don't remember his name. Yeah, we hope you had a good time listening to us because we had a good time talking about this stuff. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Again, if you are listening to us and you're not watching, please leave us a review. Tell a friend. Tell the person you're sitting next to on the train or in the car. Or if you're walking by people, just shout out Press X to Start Gamers Digest. Go to the YouTube page. Shout that out. Do it. I'm tired, man. I'm hungry too. Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys be safe. Keep playing games. Do all that good stuff. Got anything to say, Sean?
Nah.
Bye.